And we are live. Let's go. I'm going to start off by throwing some classic axes. So, yeah, if you're watching this at a later date, thank you for watching. This is Danger's Edge. I'm just doing a nighttime throwing session real quick. I put some not stickers, I put some tape up on the logs just to make it easier so you know kind of what I'm aiming at or whatever. I did want to make the hanging log more pronounced, as they say, just because that one's really fun to throw at, and I think it's a nice little challenge. Um, but I wanted you to know, hey, it's the one with the T on it, or the upside down cross, or the cross, or whatever you want to call it, on it. So you know I'm going for it, so I can say that for the viewers and such. I'm gonna move you back just a slight bit, just so I can make sure I got everything in shot. I'm gonna do one check real quick. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, that looks phenomenal. I love it. Throwing back here. Um, so yeah, let's get to throwing and let's have some fun. I just have two classic axes here. These are from World Axe Throwing League axes. They're just kind of the classic throwing axe. These are actually like legal, as they say. You could throw competition with these axes. I wouldn't recommend throwing with these ones specifically because these ones have been beaten up and are over 10 years old now, which I'm really happy with how well they are holding up after all these years. But obviously, they have a lot of tape on them because they've been hit and banged up. Like this one's even been hit directly in the back with another axe, and it's still going strong. I kind of just put the tape on there to make it so that it's not splintering to anybody that's throwing. I did go for that one, which is really nice, and that one was rejected for some reason. Happens to the best of us. Sometimes you hit a hard part of the wood or whatnot, and of course, I hit the bullseye on the left one right away. Classic. I got plenty of tape though. We can always fix it up real easy. Let's hit that one. And this one is a funny log. Whoa, ooh, that one's in there deep. Love that. But yeah, if you're just joining us, this is Danger's Edge. I'm just having a little nighttime throwing session in my backyard here. Ooh, that was a cool little bounce off. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'm just gonna be answering some questions if you have any about axe and knife throwing, sharing some of your own experience or whatnot. But yeah, I'm just throwing for fun right now, so got no challenges planned or anything like that. Definitely will be throwing some knives later. Definitely want to do that. I'm gonna move you just ever so slightly. I can feel that it's definitely missing some things. I really like throwing at this middle log, but you know what it needs? It needs needs one more. I think screw in the back so it doesn't pull itself up, but it's doing great. That one was really a hard log, and dang, I just split that log with one smackaroo. It's a good log to split though. Okay, there you go. Fix that one right up. Woohoo. This log right here, I always show people this is like, you know, you got to hit this one with vigor because it just hardly sticks. It does really good with knives, but for whatever reason, because it is like a knotted piece of wood, it's really hard to get a stick on it with an axe. But it is possible, as you can see. So, but they hardly go in. Like those fell out essentially, which I think is so crazy to me. How crazy tough that log is specifically. And we got this one over here to the left. Oh, I had that one. Oh, this one's a fun one because if you want to practice on some odd angles, that's the one to throw at for sure. It's at a really odd, steep angle. It's almost at like a 45-degree tilt, which is fun to throw at. In the woods, you don't know what kind of angle you're going to get. I'm going to hit these lower logs. They don't get a lot of love from me. I got a lot of friends that come over that for whatever reason people think, oh, it's easier to, throw it at this bottom log when it's like, no, it's not, because it teaches you You know, you have to throw a completely different style to throw out these ones on the bottom. Woohoo! Woohoo! There you go. Like that one was basically almost not even in there. But this one on the right is a really soft log. I think it's eucalyptus because it is falling apart like a eucalyptus log. It's like very sponge-like. One of the first free logs that I got. I am on the lookout for more logs, so if you see any logs, shoot them my way. I live in the PNW near Portland, so it's, you know, if you see something, say something, as they say. And I want some new logs. I want it to look a lot more sharp here, because right now it's kind of hodgepodge, and it could look a lot better. I'm thinking I can probably, I think I could probably hit that hanging log with an axe today. I'm gonna do it with a smaller axe. I think right now I've got it, no problem. But yeah, for those of you that it is your, what day is? Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday already. It's Wednesday, my dudes. For the shout out, and yeah, stay hydrated, everybody. And yeah, where's everybody watching from? I always love to ask that. You know, everybody find out where our fans are. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Check out the channel. Check out that long form that we do have. I'm now going to throw these 3 axes. I'm going to try to stick one of them, only one, into the hanging log, because this is actually the same axe that cut the string the last time I was throwing them. So I know it's possible, and I don't feel like changing out the string today, but I think I could get this done really easily, even with the heavy movement. There you go. All right. I'll stick another one on there. That was really easy. Oh, I'll walk you guys up on that after I grab this axes that missed over here. But yeah, one on the swinging log. Within the first 3, basically on the second try, I got it. That was pretty good. Hopefully that got a like from somebody. I'll show you guys what I mean right now. Hopefully I got 1 like from the few people that are watching right now, just from that hanging log stick right there. That is definitely in there. Yeah, hopefully that deserves 1 like at least. But yeah, thank you guys for watching that one live. That one didn't take too long. I bet I can get 2 on there. Now I kind of want to get 2 on there, maybe even all 3. I feel like I could definitely get all 3 on there. I'm going to move this up so you guys can see a little bit better. But let me know if I'm not in shot. You know, I'll check the chat. Ooh, made that one fall out. Oh, I missed on that next one. Hooah! Whoa. Hanging log almost hit me in the face. All right, I'm going to try to throw these 3 actually at this one on the left. Gonna try to stick all 3. I am going to move this back. I know I'm probably not in shot. There. Nice. Should be good there. Oh, yeah, that'll be right there. You can tell where I throw at most often. There are 3 different logs here. That's always fun. Cool. Yeah, if you haven't already, guys, check out our long form on our channel. Highly recommend it. We do throw axes and knives in the woods. We have a recent video that just came out called Perfect Days. My buddy that I run the channel with, he's been filming that thing for over 4 years, and he's been gathering content for it, and basically was just waiting for the right time and also giving himself the time to actually get it done. Ooh, and he finally got it done. That was pretty sweet. It's a great example of what this channel is all about, because we really are trying to change the world of axe and knife throwing from like this. You know, obviously we're playing into the backyard axe and knife throwing right now by doing this live, but that's not our main focus, but it kind of is slowly changing into it just because it's such easy content to make. We love making this content for you guys, and we love throwing at night. We see you guys. Thank you for joining us. If you're just finding our channel, yeah, it would really mean a lot if you check out our long form, because that's what we're really passionate about. Obviously, we love throwing axes and knives. Ooh, everybody saw that spark? That was a pretty crazy spark. Oh man, that made a big burr in this one. That happens. Oh gosh, that's in there deep. Was in there deep. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Because I do like throwing, but sometimes it's kind of sad to throw all alone. But now I get to throw for everybody watching. Thank you. I'm going to throw these 3 all at once, and then we have to start throwing some knives for everybody. So let's do that. Ooh, that was a crazy 3-stick. They spread out like crazy. I'll throw those again. I like to make them all stick in the proper log, in the exact log I'm actually aiming for, versus, spreading them all out like that. It's really important if you're throwing all 3 of these to really hold your hand tight, almost like you're trying to choke them, choke it in a good way. But yeah, let's pinch those together. Dang, that was a crazy mess up right there. Happens to the best of us. The best knife thrower on here will definitely miss every once in a while, I promise you. And wow, I don't know what is happening with that. They just don't want to stick together. At least it makes for a good show, Usually I'm throwing pretty hot with those, but today says no way. All right, 3 at once, 3 axes. Let's go. I just did one of these from. Oh, there you go. I couldn't have asked for a better triple like that. So I'll walk you guys up to it. Show you guys that up close. Hell yeah, Z. Thank you, bro. I know it costs nobody anything to double tap that screen, man. Really check us out. And thank you guys for not being stingy, man. Mr. Z, thank you guys so much. I know, right? It costs you nothing to give me that thumbs up. I think the highest thumbs up we've got was 30. So let's try to beat that today. Let's try to beat 30 likes, everybody, for a live. Let's get it. The liking actually also helps the algorithm know that, we're doing something worth watching, Wow. Really means a lot. But yeah, all right. Ooh, I actually said I was going to throw some knives. So for that, Z, I'm going to throw some knives for you, sir. He or she, whatever Z might be. He, she, whatever you want to be, actually. All right. Ooh, that's what I'm going to throw right now. Let's throw some of these. I love these knives. These knives are great. These are the Tangmans from DWFKHT. And yeah. And hello, Dimitri and Z. Thank you guys for joining us. You're watching Danger's Edge. We're going to be throwing these knives right now. These are pretty classic shape of a throwing knife, I feel like. A lot of different brands have a similar, if not exactly the same knife as this, but this is, I feel like, is a very superior for the cost. You can't really beat it. Sometimes you're buying a knife that looks exactly like this for triple the price, but in this case, you're getting 3 of them for that same price. I did buy a knife that I do throw in the loop, in the mix when I'm throwing these usually. That looks almost exactly the same. That was 3 times the price. It was $30 for one knife, versus this is like $30 for 3, and it includes a sheath. The one that I bought for $30 did not include a sheath. It was just the knife itself. There you go. 2 out of 3 on the first. I'll take it. I'm just throwing some classic Wow. I always like to start out with the military half spin. If you haven't thrown military half spin yet, highly recommend it. It's always the first thing I teach anybody that comes over to my house. It's basically you hold it like a remote, like you're changing the channel, and you want to think about it like throwing a remote as well. So you're bringing your arm down. My buddy always said like snapping a like you want it to snap. You want to bring it down like you throw an axe, but you want to snap with your wrist to give it that flick. Oh, actually, not a snap. It's like snapping, flicking, however you want to say it, to give you that push. You want your thumb to be kind of what you use um, to aim the knife, and you don't want to open your hand. That's really important as well. Sometimes people get used to throwing axes, and they might be used to like opening their hand when they're throwing the axe. Not a good practice. Don't practice with opening your hand, even throwing axes. But same thing for this. So you want it to slide out of your hand versus opening your hand. You want it to slide, just like you would if you were throwing a remote. If anybody's thrown a Wii remote before, that's pretty much the same premise, except for this one's on purpose. And it should give you a half rotation to make it stick. I'm going to get a few more of those in a row, and I'll move on to a different throw. Could also do 3 separate types of throws for you guys. That would be fun. Fun little challenge. I would rather get all 3 of these in a row multiple times. But I always love to change it up. Maybe the Instinctive is calling my name. No, it's not. It's saying no. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, Instinctive feels good. Also, another great throw for beginners and stuff is instinctive throwing. It's called instinctive. It's called an instinctive half spin because people, whenever you grab a knife, if you were to like tell any stranger, hey, how would you throw the knife? It's going to be like this, with the finger up like this, kind of the same way that you would for the half spin. It's going to do the same amount of rotations. But what's really good about the instinctive is that if you're throwing from further away, I think it's also called instinctive because you can adjust how far away you are, essentially, how fast or how slow the knife will spin that half spin. So you can be like way out there and still throw half a spin with this type of throw. Same thing for the military half spin, but for the instinctive, it's just a little bit more instinctive to throw at different ranges. Because you can speed up and slow down the knife by adjusting. So if you go down on the knife, that'll speed it up. If you go further up on the knife, you'll slow it down. Ooh, that one hit the other knife. That's what we call the curse of accuracy. With knife throwing, it's definitely a thing. Because if you want to get, you get really good at knife throwing, you're going to get a really small pattern. But that small pattern ends up being your worst nightmare or worst enemy because you end up hitting the other knife that you already stuck. If you're trying to aim for the same area. Like in my case, I'm going to try to go for this center one, and then I want to hit this one, and then this one is what I'm going to go for right now. I think I'm going to try to get that. Should be able to. I might even try to go from like the right to the left. Almost. I'm going to still go for that one on the right. Ooh, close. Those ones stacked right on top of each other, but wasn't exactly what I was going for. These two are like right there, and then this one's right down here. But yeah, check that out. See if I have any other questions in the thing here. Hey, the Overshow's here. Tubi. Shout out Tubi. Yeah, dude, I'm throwing. Hopefully you enjoy the show. Ooh wee. That one just wanted to be rethrown, everybody. Oh, almost hit that center one. That's what I was going for. Always like it. Always the center is really nice. Fun thing about axe throwing is that they have these 2 things that are actually worth the most points. There are 2 circles about the size of, it's like, I think it's an inch or 2 in diameter, and hitting those gives you like 3 or 4 points or something. I don't really know the numbers on that, but it basically, it's the hardest point to get is by hitting those, besides hitting the the bullseye. Ooh. Whoa. I do want to do some more practice training of like actually hitting specific targets. I think that's a really good way of honing your skills. But yeah, let me keep throwing here. I'm thinking we try it. I think these with full spin might put me on my ass tonight. Yeah, these full spin, not even gonna try. I don't know what about them, but full spin with them, they're just not the business. But that's that's the challenge with them. Sometimes knives are not designed to be spun full spin. They're just not the right weight. Like these ones are definitely great for no spin. Let me hit some of those. Oof. No spin didn't work on that one, but one out of 3 ain't bad. Ooh. There you go. Got the no spin back with those. Sometimes I find that I need to be further back for no spin because I get so much anti-spin on it. I'm going to pull this back, get you guys some full spin. No spin from way back here. Let's make sure you can see the rocks, see the target. Move you over here to the right. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah, let's hit some long distance no spin for you guys. All right. So this is gonna be pretty fun. Hopefully I'm in the shot. 2B, let me know if I'm not in the shot here. But this should be pretty fun. Ooh, that would have stuck. It did stick. Ooh. That was fun though. Let's try to get some power behind those no spins back there. Let's try to get it. Get a little side action here. Oop. That was it right there. Ooh. Ooh. When I first started throwing, I only threw with this guy a few times. He actually gave me my first set of throwing knives because he had a set of those Smith & Wessons, There's some pretty popular throwers that love those knives, but I think they're really light. So, but he gave me those, and he was so good at freaking no spins. He would smack them, he would snap them really quick. Hopefully I'm still in the shot here. I'm gonna see if I can get him from over here. That's it right there. There you go. Oof, almost with a third. All right, let's get some. I want to get 3 in a row from all the way back here. Oof. Oof. Ooh, I adjusted way too much on that last one. Hooah. All right. Just make sure I'm in the shot. I think 2B would tell me by now. Oh yeah, you can definitely see me. I'm right there.